ladies and gentlemen.
So my next couple of videos are going to be specifically on geometric concepts. So in order to understand what's going on in those geometric videos, we need to understand some notation. First and foremost, we have a point on a coordinate plane, which is represented by coordinates x, y, where the x is the amount left or right, and the y is the amount up or down, compared to a fixed point, which we will call the origin, which is where we 0, 0 both of those. So we call that point with 0 elevation and 0 horizontalness the origin. So if you think if we have 2 points in a plane and we draw a straight line through them, that is, well, a line. That line can have multiple names depending on if you name it by the points or if we give it its own specific name. So if I call this point A and I call this point B, then this would be line AB. Or I could just say that the line name is M, and therefore we would just call it line M. Notation-wise, we would have either line M or AB with a line, arrows in both directions, on top of it. If I only wanted the distance between the 2 points, the shortest distance between the 2 points, then that would be called a line segment, where it stops on both, and it is the shortest distance between the 2 points on a flat surface. The difference is we still use AB, we just don't put arrows on the end of the line that we put over top of them. A ray, similarly, is kind of like half of a line. We take one endpoint and we go through the other point, and that would be ray AB. In this case, similar notation, we have AB and a line on top, but instead of arrows on no ends or both ends, we're going to put an arrow through B. Since we continue past B, we're going to put an arrow on the B. And those are some basic notations for lines, line segments, so on and so forth. Some things that you might also experience is parallel lines. So if you have two lines that never intersect, then those lines are parallel, and we use vertical bars, 2 vertical bars between the names of lines to indicate that they are parallel. So if this is line L and this is line M, then line L and M are parallel. Similarly, if I have 2 lines that are perpendicular, intersect at 90 degrees, and let's say that this is L and this is M, we would have L and then upside down T, M, to stand for L is perpendicular to M, meaning that they intersect at 90 degrees. A midpoint, if you are ever told there is a midpoint, it means that it cuts the segment, it splits the segment into 2 congruent pieces. So if I draw a line segment here, call it A, B, and I have a point M where M is the midpoint, then AM is equal to BM. And you can use that property to solve some problems. Now, when it comes to segments, we use a line with no arrows to indicate the name of a segment, and we use just the letters, the end, 2 endpoints, to indicate the length of the segment. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to be building off of these definitions to do some really cool things. So I hope to see you in the next video.